Hello, and welcome to 10 Minutes That Can Change Your Life. This program is brought to you each week by the Port Huron Church of Christ, located at 756 17th Street, right here in the city of Port Huron. If you have been following us for some time, we want you to know that we really appreciate your support. And would you do us a favor and share this with your friends on Facebook if you enjoy this program? Thank you very much in advance. Now, if I was to say to you, Ich liebe dich, ti amo, Giuseppe, what would you think? The subject today, people talk about it, songs are written about it, and many hope to experience it. Yes, you got it. Today our topic is love. Oh yeah, and those three phrases I mentioned earlier mean I love you. And I know my French and Italian can use some work. The word love coming at us is one of the sweetest words that we can ever hear. You know, love is one of those words that translates into the same thing in every language and culture in the world. And so why do you think that is? Well, personally, I believe it's because we are all born with a DNA script. And as human beings, we all share some basic qualities within that DNA script. For instance, when someone pinches our skin really hard, we all feel pain. And when we experience something funny in every culture, we express ourselves with, yep, you got it, laughter. And in the same way, at the death of someone very close to us, we all express grief through tears. No one in any culture, to my knowledge, laughs at the sight of death. These are just a few examples, but I believe you get my point. Love is one of those scripts that we are born with. And love also expresses itself the same in every culture. When two people who are attracted to one another, ultimately, there exists a natural chemistry between them that binds them together in such a way that they decide to marry and stay together for life. This is the work of love. But it also expresses itself in different forms. Let's take a look at love. You see, the love between two people that are attracted to each other is a different type of love than, let's say, the love of parents to their children. It's the same word, but applied in a different context. There's another expression of love. The love for a friend, a pet, an automobile. It's a guy thing. A hobby. For a lady, it could be love for shoes. And if your last name is Howell, there's a very good chance you have a love for chocolate. In addition to attraction, love expresses itself within us in different ways. Love can make us blind, not in the natural sense. But when you have a strong love for another person, love can cause you to overlook or ignore who they really are, their bad habits, or even actions that you really don't like about them. In this case, there's a saying that says, love is blind. Can you remember when someone made you feel like that? Love can also motivate us to tolerate different people, difficult people, like maybe a friend or even a child. Sometimes we have them in our lives and we wouldn't tolerate them if we didn't have such a great love for them. Do you have anyone in your life right now that you are having a difficult time loving? You see what I mean? Love can be tough on you. One of the most difficult aspects of love is that love is an individual emotion. By that I mean, it is beautiful when it is shared by two people, but it can be very hard, painful, and ugly when you love someone who does not love you back. This can actually be very agonizing, and I hope you are not in that situation. Love can also motivate us to do things we really don't want to do, but because we love a person, we do that for them, based primarily on our love for them. You know, one of the saddest things I can think of is a person with no one to love and no one to love them. Human beings need to feel loved. You need to feel loved. You know, love makes us feel wanted and needed. Love makes us feel secure. Love makes us feel valued as a person. And love makes us feel less stressed. Love makes us live longer. Love makes you care for others. Love helps you to hurt for those who are hurting. Love is healthy for your heart, not the ticker in your chest. I'm talking about your inner being. The ability to love someone or something keeps us emotionally healthy. Love makes you feel happy. Love is a peacemaker. Love can be shared, and the more you give, the more you get in return. Love makes us a better person, and it will always lead us to discovering the best version of ourselves. Love will motivate us to tolerate the things we should and not to tolerate the things we should not. Love is colorblind. A human void of love is dangerous to themselves and to society in general. So tell me, when it comes to love, what does your life look like? Would others say you are a loving person? Do you guide those around you through love? Do you help others because of the love in you? How do you express your love? You know, I want to encourage you to go out and share love today. Now, before I leave, I want to give you some very great quotes on love. Quotes have a way of staying with us by embedding themselves deep into our psyche and thus becoming guides for our lives. So hang on, here we go. Love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own. It was Martin Luther King who said, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Ann Landers, if you don't know who she is, your mother does, said, love is friendship that has caught fire. It is a quiet understanding, a mutual confidence, a sharing and forgiving. It is loyalty through good and bad times. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses. That's love for you. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Henry Drummond said, you will find as you look back onto your life that the moments when you have truly lived are the moments when you have done things in the spirit of love. Maya Angelou said that love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. Unfortunately, the more one judges, the less one loves. James Baldwin said, love takes off masks that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within. The best proof of love is trust, and that came from Dr. Joyce Brothers. Two more. Well, one more, actually. It was Oscar Wilde who said, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. You see, when it all comes down to it, that is what we need of more in the room. We need more love in the room. And whether the room is your heart, your house, your city, state, your country, this world, we need more love in it. This is Lamar Black, the minister of the Port Huron Church of Christ, saying, when you feel your life is unhappy, as the Beatles once sang, all you need is love. We'll see you right here next week as we all strive to change our lives 10 minutes at a time.